Her. Um, uh, we- Actually, we're gonna listen to how it sounds first. We're gonna listen to how it sounds first. Okay. Uh, okay. Bowser. Ba, 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 Bowser. Dun, dun, burp, 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 burp. Okay. Testing. Test. Test. Extra. Extra. Read all about it. Okay, hello. Welcome to the unprecedented Sunday afternoon stream. This trial is 5 hours long. This is the only long trial in this game. Randomly, trial 2 just decides to be 5 hours long. I checked the Weeby News playlist, all the other trials, except for the 6th trial. God help me once we get to the 6th trial. But, yeah. Extra, read all about it. So what did we discover? So a quick recap. The chain of events is this. Yuna played us like a fiddle. She did not actually fuck with us. She did not accept us into. She did not like want to be near us. She found out my secret, which said that I might know who the mastermind is, and the might's doing some crazy heavy lifting. But yes, it says that Yuki Maeda might know the mastermind. So then she called in Akane to the dark room, and she was like, "Yo, what if we team up and kill him?" And Akane was like, "But wait, that's crazy. Yuki's a friend. You don't kill friends. Friends do not lie." And then Kazuna was like, "I bet." So she launched an attack against Akane, and Akane weaved away from her attack, and then decided to fight back, and that's how she stabbed Kazuna in the throat. But there's a twist. Um, in that someone else actually dealt the finishing blow. Someone else, Ayame. We don't know who, what, when, where, or we know the who. We know the what's. We do not know, and we know the where, but we do not know the why. We don't know the why she did that. Um, at this current moment in time. Also, for some reason, this game hates Kazuna because the confrontation with Akane happened at 9 p.m. and she died at 9:30. Like she drew her last breath at 9:30, which means from 9 to 9:30 she was alone in the dark room, bleeding out. To make matters worse, while she was alone in the dark room, she started to use her own blood to leave a dying message saying that it was Akane who done did her in. But in the middle of her writing that, she got stabbed again. So she had to change her dying message from "it was Akane" to "now it's not Akane." But of course, a little hard to do while you're dying. So she just put "made" and then she put a big X. To make matters even more worse, as she was there bleeding out, Ayame set the room on fire. There she was. In a no longer dark room by virtue of the fire. But yeah, no, she was not having a good time in her final moments of life. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I think that does it for the catching us up to speed here. So we did accuse Ayame at the end of last stream, and um, she says that it couldn't have been her because the killer had to caught Kazuna by surprise at 9:30, but then uh Yuki's like, no, she died at 9:30, but it doesn't mean that she got stabbed at 9:30. She got stabbed earlier. Evidence of this is that there's evidence that she didn't instantly die on the virtue of the fact that she left behind a message, and that is where we left off. Okay. Oh my god. Whatever, man. Let's continue. What is this thought? Let's finish. Let's start and finish this thought. All about it. Okay, so he says the start of this is okay, okay. Yeah. Otherwise, the alibi trick of breaking a window remotely would be meaningless. But then, what happened to Tamori's time of death? No matter how much you think about it, Tamori's death at 9:30 p.m., it makes no sense. Oh, I was not. I thought that was it. Okay, this has to be it. This has to be it because I ended the stream shortly afterwards. Okay. Come to think of it, was it written by Tamori? I thought Akane wrote it as a self-act. It was the reason we found the dying message. Oh my god. No. Fake outs. Another fake out. Okay. I see. She tried to correct the dying message as she wrote Maid because there was another person who stabbed her neck. And then this says, while she was writing the letters. Got you. Crazy turn of events, by the way. Yes. If Tamori died immediately as soon as her throat was cut, there wouldn't have been a correction of the dying message, as she would have been left out of strength to muster. But even after she was stabbed in the neck, she was still living as much as she was able to correct the message with all her strength while holding a knife on her throat. Well, no, not holding. It was while the knife in her throat. While the knife was lodged in her throat, actually. How Kazuna had cut throat and was alive that much, I don't know. But the things I said now prove that she was still alive under these conditions. Therefore, even if Kazuna's time of death was 9:30 p.m., there's no evidence that you can say that you are incapable of committing this crime. Can't be. This is a lie. Ayame-chan? Really, this is a ridiculous story being alive with a stabbed neck. I agree, but evidently the evidence says so. Ayame-chan, please say something! It's hard to believe, but humans are creatures that sometimes achieve phenomena beyond. It happens sometimes even in terror scenes. Nothing is strange at all. What then? Ayame, are you really the culprit? I don't know why Ayame did this. If my reasoning was wrong, it would be really weird, but there are many situations. The more I think Ayame is the culprit, the more it fits. Can you please talk about the wire? I desperately need to know why she needed to do it herself. Truth. Nope. Okay. Wait, I can't tolerate that. Ayame is the culprit. It's unacceptable. Inori, I know it's hard to believe. I can't believe it either. So if you look at Ayame's actions, you can only see that it's so suspicious that everything else goes in her favor. She's not suspicious. There's a reason it wasn't suspicious. I'll let you know Ayame is not the culprit. Is it because of the Mario trap? Because fair. Yeah. Down rebuttal. Do you have any idea her leg was cut by the true killer? You're saying she aimed at her own leg? Wire worked for the culprit who aimed at a random person and was unfortunately caught against her will? Allow me to cut through those words. Inari, I'm sorry, but there's another evidence that Ayame is the culprit. Inari's argument is clever. The culprit wouldn't hurt themselves, right? Right. So why did she hurt herself? Of course, isn't it? If you're the killer, you're not supposed to aim yourself. What if it was a calculated decision to induce that thought? What? What are you talking about, Maeda? Surely you don't mean... You're a criminal, you can never hurt yourself. What if you were doing a self-play to deliberately draw out that thought? Otherwise, there's no gain for the killer to install the wire. They end up murdering and finish that process, but after that, when they install the wire and aimed at someone, it only adds suspicion. There's no benefit for the killer. True. Something. Maybe there was a reason to be put there, isn't there? That's right, I'm sure there is. That's why Ayame-chan is not the culprit, and it's not the only thing. Even if the killer had even if the killer had some reason, they installed the wires to target someone. Even so, how exactly do you intend to cut the leg tendon? Are stride length and calf size all different? Oh, I see. So the fact that, well, that could have just been a coincidence, right? Like they were just aiming to fuck up someone, and it just so happened that it matched Ayame's tendon. I see, that's too coincidental. Hey, cutting the tendon may not have been the purpose. Ayame-chan suffered a fatal injury because of bad luck. Oh, I think we're using the term fatal a bit loosely here. If that's the case, I would install the wire. You don't need to use wires while holding at risk your future. Then I was aiming at Ayame-chan from the start, so I installed the wire exactly in the position of Ayame-chan's tendon. How do you know that? It's difficult to know the position of a tendon without prior knowledge, but to install it while calculating, yeah, sure. Yeah. The only one of us who has that knowledge is a surgeon, Nada. Her own legs at the same time, who knows more about muscles of athletes than Ayame herself. But besides Kanata, it's Ayame. He knows her stuff. That she can't be. Nari, Ayame was never caught in a trap because of bad luck. Because she was caught in a trap she installed, she was able to produce such a perfect tendon cutting accident. But why? Like, I know it's to eliminate herself as a suspect. Then again I say, why? Like, I feel like you did not need to mutilate yourself to do all that, right? Whew, that was pretty good. Really her. Why did Ayame... Well, I'm the one who saw Ayame's wound. I can't believe that she made a wound so full of evil intention. Ayame-chan can't be the culprit. I'd rather be the culprit, even if I'm executed only for Ayame-chan. Can't believe it either. I wish it was all a lie. I wish it was all dreams. I wish my reasoning had been turned into a mess and wake up from this nightmare. Is this how everything ends up? You could see it like that. Overall, I have the same opinion as Maeda, but I want to hear at least a confession from her mouth. Because I have to make sure. Well, it's too late to argue at this point. If this stream is going to be less than an hour long, I'm going to crash out. Ayame Hinata, can I take your vote of silence as affirmation of your crime and end this already? Wait, not Ayame-chan, it can't be her. After all, it was me who stabbed Himori. I'm the one who gets executed. I'd rather do that. Ayame-chan is innocent. Akane doesn't have to be executed. Oh. Ayame-chan. And, of course, not me either. What? Ayame-chan! Going to try a last act, huh? It's not that. I just want to survive with Akane and leave this place. That's it. Your crime is already logical and there's nothing wrong. Do you think force will work? I'm not convinced. If I am the culprit, you haven't proved it without a doubt yet. I feel like you're the last person we need to convince of this, because you're not a partial judge. So you're not an impartial judge here. You very are partial. Very much so partial. Isn't a trial supposed to be won after you convince the criminal to admit their defeat? No, actually, no. What the fuck are you talking about? No. That's not how that works. You fool. What are you going to do? Does anyone know any evidence to satisfy this killer who talks like that? Doesn't matter if I tell you, but it wouldn't be less fun. Wouldn't it be less fun? Hey, slacker, it's a trial and you have to take it seriously, I tell you. Yo. It's all over anyway. I have to play around while watching this futile struggle. But there's no mystery to solve anymore. What are you planning to do now? Even if you say that, Ayame-chan's words assume what if. Ayame-chan's not saying they're the culprit. Nevertheless, it's hard. Okay, then let's reorganize this case from the beginning. Then we may notice if something was missed. Let's go ahead. Go. Where are we going? Stay still, you crazy big guy. One more. The definitive proof to convince Ayame, I think there is something left. If Ayame is convinced by saying this, if she convinces, how should I react? Ayame is the culprit. Should I just accept that? Even so, I have no choice but to do as long as I have to come to this point, and then show them the proof of her crime. Terminating cock shooting will commence. Ah, shit. I know what this is. Read the tutorial for IQ Plus, deny its existence, and proceed. Well, I do like IQ Plus. Terminating cock shooting is the game that offsets the accusation of an opponent. You can only present conclusive evidence so that no more excuses are made up. When the speech bubbles of the opponent's remarks appear, move the crosshair and push the decision key. I'm gonna use space to destroy it. If it's not destroyed, damages. Okay, yes. Put the bottle. Okay, got you. Your bullets have to be reloaded from time to time. Press the shift key. Got you. Each time you destroy speech bubbles, the opponent's health will reduce little by little. Got you. I remember this now. Yeah. Dominating. Shooting. Killer. Data. Oh my god. Okay, I have three attempts at this. Okay. Let me lock it. Let me lock it. Okay. Whew. What's the evidence? You can't hurt yourself? What? Thigh tendon? Cut? No. What? Left side, left side tendon cut. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Sure. First, I want to ask Kanata to be sure. Me? Of course, why did Ayame say she was injured? Her thigh, more precisely, her left side wide leg a left side wide leg laceration caused by a hamstring injury. Although, hey Maeda, why are you asking for all this all of a sudden while dealing with me? Are you giving up after all? Nori, the hamstring refers to a muscle that is important in keeping the leg straight, right? Where exactly is the location of that muscle? Right. It's on the 3 places that connects the hip with the leg. To put it simply, it's a muscle that is widely distributed in the back of the leg. That's it. But why is this an explanation for what? Oh, because how she cut the back side of her leg? It should be like the front side of her leg. This is true. She accidentally, she actually stepped over the wire trap, and she was like, "Ugh. Guess I gotta do a little bit of." Don't talk about anything that doesn't matter, Maeda. Since Ayame-chan's innocent, there's no more room for refutation anymore. No, this is important. Very important, in fact. Inori's words just had the decisive clue that Ayame is the culprit. Eh? Everyone heard what Inori said, right? Ayame's injury is on the back muscle of her left thigh. Yeah, the back. But then why did Hinata go forward to pick up the flashlight, and the back of the thigh ended up hurt? So yeah, I got there, Yuki, don't worry. Maybe bad, but I'm not that bad. Oh, it's true. I only cared that Ayame was hurt. I didn't think it was suspicious, but it's weird when you think about it. She stumbled forward, but she got hurt at the back of her leg. That's... His thing's not translated. Even if I fall back, my nose break, but I guess that doesn't matter right now. Can't think of any other reason but one. Ayame, from the very beginning, on your own volition, she was caught deliberately trapped to inflict a wound as fatal as possible. Oh. Tell them that it's human nature. My god. Then it means that it was entirely self-inflicted? Really? I don't know why you did that, but it may have been to pretend to be a victim and to be less suspicious, that's my guess. I hope that's not actually the explanation. Can't be. No, something's gotta be a mistake. Ayame? I wish I was lying. Why is this a choice if you want to get out of the game than just a lie? Why don't we make a conclusion now? I wasted enough time and getting tired of various factors, such as the vitality of a cockroach, of Akane, and Kizuna, though I believe it's all over now. No! Something's wrong. Ayame wouldn't do this. I mean that. Ayame was never the type to kill. Well, how long have you known her? The person who's driven as a criminal is still there. Why are you upset? You just stay put. The way he's not giving any grace for self-defense is hilarious. What happened to you, Tsurugi, for you to adopt such a rigid worldview? Akane, it's hard to accept, but we have to accept the conclusions we've drawn, otherwise nothing will end, and nothing will begin. Now then, finally, let's do a final summary of all the events thus far, so that everyone can accept the answers that we have presented. So everyone can choose. Ah, shit. Listen, prepare. Spot that completes the unfolding process of the events. It is the whole story of this instant shown as a small cartoon, and the manga must be completed by putting the correct picture in an empty frame shown on screen. The pictures will be in the blank frame or mixed at the bottom, and after using the decision key, you can fill the picture by clicking an empty spot. Pressing the cancel key will drop it. If all cuts are filled properly, it will proceed automatically. There's no penalty even if you're wrong. There's no time either, so you can calmly match the pictures with the correct answers and think with no rush. Good luck and have fun. Oh, look. Yeah. Okay, what's this? People who discovered the fire put off, even the Clover was also involved. Probably blocked a large amount of blood. Akane came to search him at someone's request, and that someone was Kizuna. He's like, yo, what if we killed someone? And she's like, hold on now, let's not get too hasty. And then she's like, that someone is you. Wow. Terry started to say panic and she saw the blood in her hands. I guess it was this. Right, because she would have noticed that right when she left the dark room. Act 3. What? Oh, I see. She was she was stabbed in the stomach first, and then Ayame came in and stabbed her in the throat. Sure, man, sure. Fire! We got the Three Musketeers here. Where did? This is crazy. This is still crazy, by the way. She's like, I must edit my message. And she cooked herself. For no reason. She deadass did not need to do this, by the way. Like, she did not need to do this whatsoever. She wasn't even a suspect. In fact, her doing this kind of made us suspect her. The start of this case begins after the first trial ends and the second floor opens. It was late night on the second day after she got out. At this point, there was someone who stopped by the antique shop for a purpose. That someone was Kizuna. Oh, sorry, purely. She got some tools from the antique shop. The tools they brought this time were the fuse, the lighter, and flashlight. Oh, there you go, Kizuna! Surprisingly, this person's identity was Tamori, who was also the victim of this incident. Now we know, but Kizuna had been planning the murder this entire time. Yeah, even before we shared our motive. All the tools she picked up earlier were tools that Kizuna had procured in advance for use in the murder. As a result, she died, and the real culprit of this case was the one who used the tools that she had prepared. However, on the morning of the third day, Teruya, who had stopped by the antique shop every time, must have noticed that some items had already gone missing. Sadly, he didn't tell us because he thought it was a simple mistake and would have created confusion. I mean, fair enough. So without anyone knowing, Kizuna's murder's plan proceeded slowly, and then Monokuma gave us the motive. As everyone knows, this motive was a note with our secrets, but it was a joke that nobody cared about. Well, for the most part, someone got some. But only Kizuna was different. Kizuna thought she could use this motivational note, so she decided to add a step to her original plan. That's right, me. It was an operation to use the secret note of Yuki Maeda to capture Akane and join forces. So I guess not reading the note also didn't work out in this case, huh? V3, they tried not to watch the videos. This game, they tried not to feed into the motive, and it still ended up biting them. Kizuna told Akane to come to search him alone, and Akane headed to that place without any doubt. Hello? Hello, hello? Akane may seem a little petty, but in fact, she wasn't actually swayed. Kazuna expected this to happen, and after the second day onwards, by acting weak, she wanted to weaken our boundaries. The appearance of being lonely, the appearance of hesitation, the appearance of accepting us with tears. Damn, so even I thought she legitimately felt lonely, and so she did that, hoping that someone would catch her doing that? Oh. Bro. It was only to pick a scene to kill even a little more smoothly. That's the true nature of Kazuna Tomori. We were all fooled by her. Akane, at the time, she wasn't worried of Kazuna at all, so she went to the Dark Switchium. There, Kazuna showed Akane a secret note and revealed a plan to kill me. Akane said that Kazuna picked up the secret note that someone discarded from a trash can. It was written like this. Someone else knows this. Well, someone else knew this. I bet you it was Ray. Bet you it was Ray. Of course, this is not true. Because I don't know who the mastermind is. I like how he snuck that in. Yeah, the note said that Yuki Maeda might know who the mastermind is. But I'm out. Y'all, I want you to know that that note is a fib. Monokuma is lying. I swear to God, I do not know. Anyways, back to the summary. In order to kill me with that pretext, she needed Akane's help. Kazuna tried to get Akane out like that. Wait! This isn't you! But Akane didn't follow Kazuna's words. No matter what, murder shouldn't be done by anyone. When things didn't work out as intended, Kazuna gradually began to reveal her nature. Once Akane refused, she couldn't let Akane leave. The one who heard the murder plan. Huzzah! So instead, Kazuna changed the target. The one who expected to refuse her was decided to be killed in front of her. Kazuna ran into Akane without warning, but luckily, Akane avoided the first strike. Akane panicked by Kazuna's sudden attack. Got into a struggle. Akane tried to run away, but she was pushed by Kazuna and fell. Then she tried to resist Kazuna, swinging a knife. Oh, swinging. She had to resist Kazuna swinging a knife right in front of her nose. In the process, the flashes that they both brought were broken by a struggle. Switchium lost its only light. They were struggling in deep darkness. Several minutes continued during this fierce encounter, but at some point the struggle ended. I don't know why Kazuna became quiet, but Akane, who was in danger of her life, decided to leave the Switchium because she wanted to get out of the situation. First thing that Akane found out when she got out of the Dark Switchium in a bright spot in the intense color of blood. Sacre bleu! Akane only saw the blood on her body. Of course, it wasn't her own blood, and instinctively realized that she had stabbed Kazuna in the middle of the struggle without even knowing herself. Yeah. Immediately just got blood in her mouth, by the way. Akane, who was shocked in fear and horror in her head, went to the bathroom. She thought about washing the blood quickly from her. But looking at Akane like this, the culprit perhaps found out what she had done. It was not clear whether or not they saw Akane in person, but the killer must have found Kazuna within a short time after Akane left the power room. Someone other than the culprit in this case discovered Kazuna. They might have saved Kazuna by calling Nori, but the culprit in this case didn't have that thought in mind at all. She was like, don't mind if I do. Let's make this interesting. In any case, the culprit who noticed the situation, Tsuchiya, must have found Kazuna in a dying state caused by Akane. Kazuna tried to target Akane, but she was forced to act. As she did not die immediately, the reason for this can be found in the dying message she wrote. It was her. Kazuna, realizing she was going to die, wrote on the floor with her own blood to let us know the identity of the killer who stabbed her. Not maid. In other words, referred to the maid student, Akane. Well, no, she wrote maid, and then afterwards she wrote not maid. The thought that passed by the killer's mind so far was nothing of telling everyone to save Kizuna. The thought of killing Kizuna was that she couldn't breathe just so they would blame the wrong person. Damn. For them, the killer committed a terrible act that was hard to think of as a human being. In order to give a certain final blow, they first pulled off a knife stuck in Tamori's stomach. It was already cruel enough to do this, however. They aimed the knife again at Kizuna and stabbed her in the throat. Just to put it on her neck. Oh my god. Cooked, 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 I tell you. In the process, the blood spurted like a fountain, but the killer was wearing a piece of cloth about the size that could cover them, preventing the blood from spattering them. In contrast to Akane, who stabbed Kizuna in an accident and unintentionally, you can see that it's extremely premeditated. It was an extremely premeditated crime. That's how Kizuna lost her strength to live. Well, that's like a mild way to put it. Kizuna thought about killing, of course, and even tried to kill Akane. Still, did she really have to die so badly? Either way, the culprits who succeeded in killing Kizuna through a fatal wound now was starting a backup operation. Let there be fire. Okay, so she was dead by the time the fire happened. No, she's not dead yet. She just looks really dead. First, the killer installed a fuse, drawing a line around the walls of Suchium. I don't know where Kizuna originally intended to use it, but they had the tools Kizuna had. In the end, since Kizuna prepared the tools, the killers themselves couldn't be suspected of this act. In actuality, we had a pretty hard time figuring out who brought the tools because of this. Fuse was installed mainly on the glass window as to not burn equipment as much as possible, and then they lit it with a lighter. The lighter was originally brought by Kizuna, and the reason the glass was made to break automatically was because when the temperature inside Suchium becomes hot after a certain period of time, using the temperature difference between the indoors and outdoors. While the criminal themselves was with the others, if they heard cracking sound, as long as they made people think someone inside Suchium broke the glass, the killer had the perfect alibi. It was unusual structure of the switch gem and the glass window was cleared. It was possible because of the characteristics of the room, but this trick wasn't that meticulous. No one noticed the fire when the fire was being made. It was a futile trick. So she had to call it out. She had to be like, fuck, yeah. So the killer put into action than anyone else. After completing the installation of the fuse, the criminal reported the fact of the fire with a loud voice as if they were to discover the fire themselves. Some people who heard this sound came in front of Tsushima as the culprit intended. Tsurugi, Rei, Kinji. Those who heard the killer's voice at the time were Tsurugi, Rei, and Kinji. Those three people put out the fire. We didn't start the fire. Well, technically one of us did, but it's okay, cause we didn't start the fire. Technically it was Kizuna, cause if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't have started this fire. At this point, three people who had not yet known the murder had occurred decided to extinguish the fire first without even dreaming that they were with the killer. Even the killer came with a fire extinguisher from the hallway and started to extinguish the flames. Ooh. Then, to us, to the killer, to anyone, something unimaginable happened. Kizuna, who must have had her throat pierced with a kitchen knife, was still alive. You will not get away with this. X on the maid. It's strange enough to say that it's a contradiction when you think about it in general, but Kizuna, the victim, was holding on to the thread-like lifeline. And Tamori used all of her last strength. She corrected the dying message that wrote maid with a large X next to it. In other words, it was telling us this, not the maid. I would have liked the killer's name instead, but with an X with a throat stabbed, it was already an incredible feat to do. After correcting the dying message, Tamori's life was gone, bleeding because her heart was beating until the amount of blood increased more than that of an ordinary person, and thanks to that, we would prove Tamori was still alive. Of course, that would have been fatal for the killer. Yes, originally, only looking at the words made put Akane in doubt. He could have done it, but because of the X was left remaining for a reason, the elaborate plan was doomed to fail. Kizuna, even though she tried to kill and she couldn't be forgiven, she acted at the end of the day. She was trying to tell us. Correct answer with all of her strength. Yeah, Fuck her still. She tried to kill me. Hello. Red possessing the body of Yuka once again. Yuka is being Yuka. Who's Yuka? Yuki's being too chill about this, actually. No credits done to Kazuna at all, actually. You're crazy. And the situation goes back to the power room. When the fire was put off and the setup was almost completely staged, suddenly hearing the sound of glass breaking inside the switch room. This was done in the best conditions attended by the killer. Thanks to this, everyone thought someone inside the switch room broke the glass. Ha! Plans working. Well, this is hilarious because I said this is the Gundam trick where it's like high risk, high reward, and it famously didn't work out for Gundam. It didn't work out for Ayame. That still holds true, but Ayame's plan actually went according to plan. Right? She secured the best possible alibi for herself, and even then, that backfired on her. Unlike Gundam, who failed to secure the best possible alibi for himself. The three of them, except Uehara, who went to watch the entrance to check the sound, went to the switch room. In there, saw Kazuna's body. At that point, the body discovery announcement rang. The others who had heard the body discovery announcement arrived one by one. Everyone gathered in the power room. Perhaps Akane, who was in the position of the third party at this time, who was most surprised because Akane did not know the existence of the criminal. She thought she was the culprit, and yet a fire incident happened, and Akane herself did not know. She was like, damn, things move fast in Holy Peace Academy. I was just here. I made that joke last stream. It's okay. So when we received the Monokuma file and started investigating, the killer started the last act. First, the killer puts the third flashlight they used on the floor. The flashlight was also in a state of charcoal because it was caught in fire. The reason why it's because they threw something that catches our eyes on the floor in order to create a certain situation, aka mutilating herself for God knows what reason. I do know the reason. I trust. I know it's to secure yourself, to victimize yourself beyond being considered a suspect in the case. But still, the killer installed a sharp wire on the way to the flashlight, and she talked as if she had found a flashlight and voluntarily walked to pick it up. Yes, even though she knows that they have a sharp wire installed. Yeah! Here, the killer deliberately gets caught in the wire trap and cut their own leg. It was also precisely aimed at cutting the back tendon. I didn't even think at the time that the killer was going to cripple their own leg, although it was the culprit's intention to make us think so. One mistake of the killer here is that the rear tendon was cut despite walking forward. I didn't even think about it because a person who saw an injured one at the time wouldn't think that. Right. Must have been the culprit's idea, whose purpose was to get out of here. The culprit even gave up a leg of themselves and showed up looking like a victim in all this. Thanks to it, we almost got hooked into thinking, would you cut your own leg? While staring at us, the killer would have been laughing inside. In this case, there was 3 people, including the killer, Kazuna and Akane, but also most of the suspicions went to Akane, so the identity of the killer was ambiguous. However, as a result of matching Akane's honest statement with various situations, we were able to uncover the identity of the killer. The criminal who tried to hide their identity by throwing away their leg, the perpetrator who committed such a terrible thing to Kazuna. The identity of the culprit who was smiling with a smile of deceit, watching our actions behind the scenes. It was you! It's no one else other than you, Ayame Hinata. Okay, we reached the 44-minute mark, and I am now vindicated for ending the last stream. Yeah. How about Hinata? If you have anything to object to, please too. Nope. No, wait a minute. Something is wrong. It's not like this. Really, what's it not? What's not it? It's all decided. Shouldn't we see the end now? No, it's not over. It can't be over. But even if everything's correct and there's evidence, I can't convince myself. Hinata is the killer who murdered Tomori that way. Darn it, Hinata! Damn it! It's all over then. No! Ami-chan, please tell him the wrong. No! Oh, it just ends. Okay. Sure, man. Yeah. getting such a better grade. What? What? Ultimate scam? What do you mean I don't get any medals? Whatever, man. Got ripped off by Monokuma. This is stupid. Oh, what? Are you done? Oh, what the hell? You guys took so long that I was asleep in the middle of it. Nope, never slept. Mr. Monokuma, did you sleep? Oh, no doubt. Okay, well, anyways, you guys seem to have come to your own conclusion, so it's okay to get into voting time soon. Now then, you guys, vote with the switch in front of your hands. As I said last time, we do not accept invalid votes, so press carefully. As a result of voting, who will become the blackened? And the answer will be the correct answer, or the wrong, or the dreadfully wrong one. Now, what will happen? Survey says... Nice. That's amazing. You're correct. Kizuna was terribly killed like that by the ruthless Blackened, which was Ayame Hinata. That's the answer. The answer? Did we do it? Did we get the culprit? Why is it the correct answer? I'm not happy to guess this. Damn it. Guess this? I mean, technically, but... Oh, by the way, the vote wasn't unanimous. Miss Akane, no matter how much you wanted, voting on yourself, you don't want to... you don't... how do I read this? I'm gonna say... Miss Akane, no matter how much you want it, voting on yourself, you're not suicidal, are you? Who would want to believe what you're saying? I can't admit it. I won't admit it. It's no big... I mean, it's a big deal, so be careful next time. Anyway, whatever you say, there's only one truth. But I said it right. Bears do not lie when it comes to class trials. Is this real? Is Hinata really the killer? Of course she is. I guarantee this. You guys said the answer you came up with at the end, right? Denying this is nothing more than escape from reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I mean, I was not quoting Eminem. You were. It's a lie, right? Ayame-chan? Only the judge was talking. No one else couldn't breathe. Because the result of the trial was so terrible. Miss Akane played the role of accomplice, so the case was extremely extreme, but it's also because the incident happened late at night. You said that you guys were off your game, and it showed. We've been here for 5 hours, damn it. May I ask why? Just tell them that it's human. Oh, why did such a girl like you kill her? You watch your mouth, Haru. This can't be true. How is everyone trying to kill her? Definitionally, she is a killer. Like, by definition, actually. Like, this isn't like no like self-defense where you can play like, oh, but like, yeah, but you know, technically it was self-defense, so I don't feel comfortable labeling her as a killer. No, this was like, she went out of her way to do this. You want to believe that, but stop it, Akane. Eh? Any more than this, and it'll only make things worse. I can't hide it anymore. What are you talking about, Ayame-chan? You can't hide it. Oh, but if you say it like that, it makes it look like the culprit, you know? Yo. Delusions. Delusions. I'm sorry. You're sorry? Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Kizuna was killed by me. What? Yeah, well, you don't have to make another announcement. Ray's like, yo, can I go to sleep? It is like 3 AM, dog. I need my sleep. Because Monokuma already confirmed it. Why did you have to kill even going as far as breaking your own leg? I actually want to know that. That's right. If the answer we came up with is correct, doesn't that mean we all said all reasoning was correct? We're asking to end the trial early so that we could heal your leg as soon as possible. If you're the killer, it doesn't make sense. Monokuma knowing it was her, seeing everyone rally together trying to end the trial faster, he's like, this is gonna be funny in about a couple hours. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. I can't believe this. Yeah, in the end, you're also a murderer. Brother, time and place. Time and place. It's surprising, but the word unexpected doesn't apply to criminals. Because even outside those walls, there are piles of criminals who are doing heinous things with dismal faces. Heinous, sorry. Why did you do it? Please answer us. Why did you do it? Yo, Mikako was so shook that she actually talked. She is so shook that she had to know. She had to ask why. That's how crazy this was. That's obvious. It's because I want to get out of here. Huh? Is that obvious? Other than that, there's no reason to commit a murder. It's to get out of here and seek my freedom. I wanted to return to my usual daily living. And why? That's why everyone had no choice but to sympathize. It's just the choice of murder. It just was the choice of murder as means. And why'd you mutilate yourself? Because if you succeeded in this trial, you would have been cooked. OMG? What'd you just say? Haha, you guys finally got my plan. I thought it was perfect because I could use Akane. No! Hinata! What? In the end, you were just the same person as Higa. Akane is so shook that the translation just did not catch up to her. That's how shook she is. The translation fell off. This is what nature is after all. Nobody can judge just by looks. Now I must know. The evil face that committed this murder. Oh, you caught me. Hello? This is Hinata's true nature? She just wanted to get out of here, and for that reason she killed Kazuna. Really? That's all? That just doesn't feel right. As Tsurugi said, I shouldn't judge by appearance. This might be what Hinata really looks like, but what's this deep pain in my head? Migraine. Sleep deprivation. I can't see you with my eyes open anymore. Let's just end it. End it? You mean the execution? You were that kind of person? Hinata! Well, what the hell did we do? Did we do this? Damn it! On who did we trust for? Who might get it started? No, wait a second. Can we finish things like this? Can we really send Hinata like this? She's pulling a Pekko where she's like, I'm actually the super secret vigilante hero, the Red Dash. Not to be confused with the Flash, you know, copyrights and stuff, but the Red Dash. I just go slicing and dicing criminals. And I heard that Kazuna tried to do that to Akane, and I just, the Red Dash in me just activated, and I just speed ran all of this. The Red Dash is actually Mikan for teleporting all over the third trial. I'm sorry, bro. I will never not slander Mikan. Culprit Mikan. But man, look at her. You may be right, but whatever you say to her won't work. Execution. Unfortunate for me. It was a waste. No, is that really you? Are you saying you're pretending to be a human being? Haha. Yeah, this is the real me. I thought you guys were stupid and couldn't figure it out. My tricks. But I guess you weren't so bad after all. Haha. What did you say? Hey, please stop that, Hinata. If I look at how my experience any more than this, I'll go crazy. Crazy. I was crazy. Then they locked me in a rubber room. A rubber room filled with rats. Which drove me crazy. Crazy! I was crazy once. Hinata, you really don't have regrets? Are you satisfied with your actions? Of course. It's my execution. Come on. If you say regret, I couldn't get out of here. That's all I regret. You are just like Papa. You lie. What? You. I don't know why I keep going close to the mic for this. It's just a priest wanting to get out of here. It's a lie. It's a lie! Kokichi? Where's Kokichi? Where's my goat? Where's my goat? What? You think you know me, don't you? It's not a lie. I did murder because I wanted to get out of here. That's all. If you wanted to leave this place, and that was like her first super fast sentence, you wouldn't have mutilated yourself at your own leg. What do you mean? Ayame did murder. That's correct. But there must have been another reason. You like me as a villain. She's the ultimate actor. Cook. But your body is trembling. Hinata. Purposes. Ah, man. Yo, folded under zero pressure, by the way. Someone called her bluff and she's like, shit. You know what? Yeah, I'm not like that for real. Then the Hinata we just saw, she was just acting? I mean, she acting crazy on purpose? So then why did she really kill Furukawa and Hinata? After saying that, Hinata's appearance returned to normal. At that moment, I felt the pain disappearing from my head, and the sense of incongruity just before was gone. He had a Tylenol. My hands are already dirty, and it might sound like an excuse, but please, let me tell you some. This is how I committed my murder. I was running down the second floor corridor at the time of the incident, as you guessed. At that time, I saw Akane running somewhere. She was going in such a hurry, I tried to talk, but then I realized Akane's body was covered in blood. I ran into the power room where Akane had come out with no doubt. I had found that something had happened inside the switchium. I took the flashlight in a hurry to check the condition inside, and Kizuna was dying. There was a knife in her stomach, as you all said. And why'd you kill her there? You could have thought of a way to call the others and let Kizuna live. Because that was not the case. It was not the case. Oh, she was dead. According to the facts I've seen, when I discovered her, Kizuna was almost dead. I knew she wasn't dead because she was still breathing hard, but that was it. She was already in the brink of death. Right. That was until she got killed by you. Yeah, I pushed her over the brink. It was me. I was worried, anxious, and scared. If Kizuna dies, Akane becomes a killer. It was a scary thought. I wanted to throw the thought away. What? At the time, I really wanted to think about it. That kind of good nature Akane. Why would she stab Kizuna? I learned that it was an accident, though, before the trial. At the time, she had no idea. In my head, I just went like this because I only thought of Akane becoming the backend of this case. I just couldn't leave her alone. I couldn't leave my friend alone while knowing everything. Throwing everything away for the sake of survival. Wait a minute, then the reason Hinata committed murder was... Why can't we be friends? Why can't we... Okay, but, what about all the extra shit you did? Like, you tried to get away with it. And that would have killed her. So, why did you try to get away with it? Staring at the drop frames at OBS. Alright. I think we're good. Says man about to see frames drop when he tabs back into the. Okay, good. We're Gucci. Ayame-chan. Because of me, to release me from becoming the Blackens. I just couldn't stay put and watch Akane being executed for pretending I didn't see it. I also wanted to call Inori to heal Kazuna, but if Tamori's breathing goes out while I go to Inori, then Akane would have been executed without fail due to my mistaken judgment. I couldn't allow that to happen. Ah. Well. You. Then from the very beginning, you were thinking of dying instead of Akane. And that, including the cut on your tendon. All that was to protect Akane? I was cutting herself. Like, what? This is the truth. I just couldn't say I didn't know about my friend's crime. A sad tragedy born from friendship. For a while, no one could speak. Inside the courtroom, only Akane's wailing was the only voice ringing in our ears. Is that really the only reason? Yeah. It was a commendable act to lay down one's life for others. It's not possible with some courage. In that aspect, you deserve to be recognized. But if those were the only intentions to do that, it would not have been necessary to go to the trial like this, right? Yeah, you could have confessed. Even if you revealed the facts to everyone and accept the execution, your intentions would not change. By the time of the trial, your appearance became as if you looked desperate. Hey, Ray, don't say something more to Hinata. I won't let it stand. Even if you're a woman. What could this possibly... Yo, Haru, what are you talking about? I'm not scared of you, idiot. Shut up. I'm talking to Ayame right now. No, it's okay. Calm down, Haru. Sure, Ray. There was something else. What was there? I didn't tell you this, as it would sound like an excuse, as I said the first time. As Ray pointed out, doing this for Akane may have just been a pretext. I tell you everything. I can't be said there was no darkness in my heart. Somewhere in my mind, it was like, it's okay because it's for Akane, but there was also the desire to get out from this place. It must have existed in my mind at one point, which is why you did all this crazy shit. It did? Oh, but even with your leg like this was a meaning of apology to you guys if I succeeded in escaping. Ah. Yeah, guys, I may have caused all you to die, but I can't run again, so we're even, right? Like, it's chill that I inadvertently killed all of you guys because I can't run anymore. So, you know, those are two equally bad options somehow. Yeah. It's chill. And if my leg is paralyzed, everything's already too late. What are you saying? Motive. First motive that we got when Kyoka was murdered. The outside world. I saw there was a terrible world that couldn't even run properly. What? What? Okay, mind you, again, Yuki saw his mom get killed. Mitch saw FIFA headquarters get destroyed. And Ayame saw that no one could run. Yuki stays getting the short end of the stick with these motives. Oh my god. What the hell? Huh? How is that possible? So in the end, the initial motive was the driving force too. Other than me, my coworkers and rivals, they can't even walk anymore. If that's the case, what's the use of getting out of here with my legs fine? What? How did that happen? Hinata, what happened? That video was just a manipulation, and I thought Hinata would be the first to run non-stop and never be fooled. I know, but I wanted to check if it was real. Until I saw it with my own eyes, I was nervous. And every day it drove me crazy. This wasn't recent. From the time Kyoka, I've been running around in my head. I had nightmares every night, and I was always confused when I was with her. All that can be said of me is the fact that something has gone blank. I wanted to see it with my own eyes. No one objected to Hinata. The feeling Hinata felt was exactly the same as me, because I still remember my family. Yo, Yuki, I'm so sorry, dog. Truly, truly, I am so sorry. Because you're getting played with. Everyone else get these like motives that are like sure bad, like yes, the ultimate runner finding out that no one's running anymore. Oh, how sad. Or the ultimate soccer player saying FIFA headquarters is getting blown up. That's, you know, sure, sad. Nothing compares to actual, like, I saw my actual family be put in danger though. What? When I was alone, I couldn't stay still because of anxiety. After all, every breath was about the motive again and again. You were originally about that new motive called the secret note, but the motive that I was given the first time, no matter how many new motives came out, it did not disappear. The intense image was clearly stuck in our minds. Character development? Character development? I understand the feeling, but you are weird. I don't care a strong will like. I don't feel like a strong will like Mitsuhiro Higa. Desire to go outside. Was it a conflict? Conflict? Will you lose us for the chance to live outside? Would you accept death for your dear friend Akane? You were in conflict, weren't you? Ayame. It was not as big as that, but by the time Miyata pointed out the culprit, pointed to me as a culprit, I'd already given up on escaping. No, you didn't. No, you did not, actually. You pushed back like 3 times. Added a whole extra hour to the trial, by the way. But the reason I got ugly and struggled until the end, it was because of Akane. W guilt. W guilt. I was relieved to learn that it was only an accident that Akane stabbed Kizuna during the trial because I knew Akane was the way I knew her. Even though after I was driven as the culprit, Akane tried to deny my crime even more severely than me, the culprit, to prevent me from being executed. I'm the one that betrayed you all and committed murder. I am a little happy inside. Like, I wanted Akane not to die. She has the same mind too. She also wanted you not to die. More than that, how disappointed Akane would be if I admitted the crime. Not to mention, Maeda and Tsurugi couldn't be beaten. Why are you smiling? Huh? Oh, you're angry, Akane. I knew you would be disappointed, but I'm sorry. Why did because of someone like me? How can you laugh like that? How can I laugh? See? Laughing right now. You asked something very strange. Thanks to me, Akane is able to survive safely. Is there anything more simple than this? Nato! Oh, damn it. In the end, I'm just an idiot who, after weighing in between dreams and bonds, I've done things I shouldn't have done. Still, I'm satisfied. I could have saved at least Akane. I feel somewhat relieved. I let my dreams end here. You guys don't make the same mistake like me. Go after the best dreams you believe in. Well, careful how you phrase that, because, you know, that could be encouragement to do this again. Go after the best dreams I believe in. And then Tsurugi internalizes to be like, yes, I should kill Tsurugi. That is my best dream. I should pick my friend rather than my dream. I'll say goodbye to this world, but at least I have no regrets. Don't say goodbye or end it like that. If you make it sound so ominous, that really happens. It happens even if you don't say it. Monokuma! Well, I understand not a situation, but it's taking too long. Look, if this is a game, you have to think about the person who plays it. Yeah, ain't that something? Shut up, Monokuma! Know what Mitsunado thought and what circumstances caused the murder. The important thing is the result. In the end, the fact you killed Miss Kizuna doesn't change one bit. Murder means the order has been broken. For a Blacken who has broken it, an appropriate punishment is necessary. And this is where Suru is like, yes, do it. Yes, I am to be punished. You take the sin and pay the penalty for it. Confident attitude. I don't like that. It's different from Higa. But for Miss Nato and Miss Akane, it's whatever. In the end, the cause was you wanted to go out, right? Hey. Well, she admitted as much. Why, Hinata said a little while ago, say with her own mouth, she was conflicted because she wanted to go out. Shut up. You're the one who created the whole situation itself. What are you saying? What am I saying? What are you saying? Are you that stupid? If you forget the outside world, this wouldn't happen. If you need to live comfortably here, you just need to live comfortably here. If you want to go out, you have to go through a murder case. You should know this already. That's about any announcements. Go ahead, disgusting bear. Fine, I won't meddle with you guys anymore. It's also because midnight already passed, so let's start. How long is this Charlton game? The heart racing punishment time! I prepared a very special punishment for Ayame Hanano, the ultimate sprinter. Everyone, remember to get along. No, wait a minute. Ayame-chan, please wait. Oh, there's still many things I haven't told you. Ayame-chan! Let's go all out! Ayame-chan, because of me, because of a fool like me, I stabbed someone by accident, and I didn't do any cleanup. I also just bothered you. I made this scene. Well, again, contrary to what Tsurugi will have you believe, Akane. This is not. You did not do anything morally wrong. This is dead-ass self-defense. Like any moral weight you had out of like Kazuna's would-be death would have been non-existent because this was self-defense. Don't go! I'm going to die. All I need to do is die. Monokuma, wait! It's punishment time! Kane, I want you to live. I want you to be alive. Live. Wait! Oh, it's game over. Hinata was chosen as the Blackened. Punishment time will begin. Shoot! No way. With her leg? With her fucked up leg? I like to imagine the Monokuma had a different punishment prepared. At the moment he saw her screw up her leg. Oh, never mind. What's this? Ultimate Sprinter dismantling Sports Day? Oh, she kinda hidden that shit though. So my joke still stands. He could have had a different punishment prepared, but then he saw the wire trick and he was like, cook. Let me incorporate that into the execution. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yahoo! This thrilling feeling of endorphins rising. It's fantastic. Profit. Ayame-chan. Ayame-chan. No. It's too much flesh, blood, and auto. Oh no, I don't think I can hold it in anymore. Damn. Nato was executed. So much cruelty, so much mercy. Nato was executed. So much cruelty, so mercilessly. I found myself closing my mouth to endure the vomit that reached my throat. Her colleagues and her best friend, Nato really gave up her life. Well, she did try to get away with it. I mean, I would say like it was like a 60-40 where 60 was sacrificing herself for Akane and then 40 was trying to get away with it. I think that's like an accurate representation of the conflict that like existed within Ayame, but you know, Not many people can do that in the world. It's the kind of person she was. Goodbye, Hanato. Evil, ugly, it's not a dream. How long do I have to continue this nightmare? That's up to you guys. It's a nightmare. If you guys forget only the outside world and live in harmony here, you're happy and you don't even know what to do. The mission isn't the first trial as well. Forget the outside world. You keep emphasizing those words. What is the purpose? What's the reason you want us from keeping inside? If I tell you that, it's a major spoiler. It might transform into a wave of protest. Shut up, you bastard. Why do you do this to us? Why tell us the reason? We wouldn't be desperate to kill each other without knowing that. And let's ask something different. The cost of entering execution of this school is nothing but ordinary. Absolutely impossible. What the hell are you? Where does this organization come from? There are lots of good things you're curious about. There are a lot of things you're curious about then. Huh, good. Then would you like a special service? Everything you see since the beginning in this school, from the very beginning, it was all there. I just modified it a tiny bit. I tried so hard to make you guys feel amazing despair, yet you guys ignore my warnings. Truly sad. Sad. So noisy. What is despair? Is it so fun to play with another person's life? You think I'm doing this just simply to enjoy it? Well, it's true at some points, although I actually am enjoying it. You guys don't know how important it is all of this. You guys don't know how important this all is. No clue at all. What are you talking about? What is he? What are you talking about? Why are you blue? Nothing you need to know. If you're curious, do your own research and find out. After all, it's written in school rules. Investigation is always free to do. Well, this is it. After enjoying a brilliant execution, I woke up because I'm feeling so worked up. But if I don't sleep, it's dangerous because I might sleep all day tomorrow. Hibernation. Right. Hibernation. You might hibernate. Of course, everyone did a good job, so it seems to be good to spare finale. So at this point, the class trial's over. Good night. Oh, okay. Peace. After Monokuma disappeared, only Akane's sobbing sound came from trial grounds. I felt like I could go crazy too. It's an indescribable evil feeling, a feeling of despair beyond reason. It seemed like my body was being crushed by tremendous pressure. But I cannot give up here. I have to move forward for the sake of our dead friends. Even though I thought in my head, our body couldn't move nor follow. Can we really get out of here? The second trial is over. 4 people have lost their lives. Who will be next? Is it me? It's me! Sorry. Ayami-chan. Akane, calm down. Everyone is sad. Well, let's get a vibe check on Tsurugi. Is he sad about this? It's all because of me. Kazuna-chan died because of me. Ayami-chan also died because of me. That's right, isn't it? All because of me. All because of me. It's all because of me. Reprimanding yourself. I all too well know that it wasn't because of Akane. But I just couldn't tell her anything. It's hard. It's hard not to put yourself up, but taking care of others would be a real sainthood. All we can do for Akane is let her cry freely without interruption. Able to complain such difficult feelings with tears. It could have been me instead. Oh, well, here's the vibe check. Tsurugi is in fact not sad about any of this. It's ugly and noisy. What? Yeah, it's because of you. I know well enough. And I know you. It's all because of you. I know you well enough. If you feel guilty like that, write a will and commit suicide already. Damn! Hey, what'd you say, Tsurugi? Say it again! It's better to get behind. It's better to get behind a bitch blackened like you. What? Blackened? Tsurugi, are you crazy? Why are you suddenly saying all this stuff? I hate this the most. In my true sense, a blackened is subtly convicted of innocence to avoid the law. Blackened? You mean Ane? Is there anyone else who fits? Stop! This is bullshit. How many times it's been revealed that the stabbing Akane did to Tomori was an accident? Yo, screw accidents. It's self-defense. Is there really one you want to say who lost a friend after their death? Accident, of course it was. Kazuna Tomori started it all. However, who made the final blow, no matter the pretext, must be punished. The two were punished and killed, right? Akane, who was at the heart of the case more than them, is alive and clean from this. Have you forgotten? Even if this woman had killed Kazuna in an accident in this class trial, Akane made a false statement to hide her crimes. What would happen if you were caught in that lie? Isn't it terrible to imagine? What if, man? We weren't. Directly or indirectly, Akane almost put it all at risk. But she couldn't help it, could she? Akane knew she was guilty, and she knew she would have been executed if she told the truth. And she shouldn't have done that in the first place. Yeah, she should have died like she was supposed to. No matter how much of an accident it was, you think it makes sense to go and wash the blood to destroy evidence as you stab Kazuna, a girl who is willing to say that they're innocent? Brother, is it normal to at least support Kazuna and give her first aid, or call Inori as soon as possible? You have a point. No, you don't, because it's like fight or flight. The adrenaline's running. You don't think rationally in times of crises. In fact, you should know this, Tsurugi, because you elected yourself as the leader, because you acknowledge that you're the only one who should have their head on straight in times of crisis. Please think of Akane. The accident may have happened and the rescue may not have occurred because she was in a state of panic. Thank you. No, I'm confident about this. If Akane was the Blacken, it's certain for a fact that she would try to trick us with selfish thoughts. Stop talking, Tsurugi, you bastard. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. Wait, calm down, Koba Boxer. Get your fist down, manly boy. You guys need to look at things objectively. What she did, it's wrong in every sense. There's still a lot to talk about, but I don't think it's the right time when everyone is on edge and confused as it is now. It's late. Go to bed. I'll talk to you all tomorrow morning. Oh, brother, that guy stinks. Hey, wait, dude, if you want to talk to me, then stop. Hey, you bastard. Are you gonna leave us just like that? Hey! So we're all forming the Tsurugi Hate Club, right? Right? Tsurugi Hate Club? Anyone wanna join in on that? Why is Tsurugi doing all this? It's like he's creating a separation between us. So what do we do now? Is Akane going to recover? Losing a loved one is a very difficult feeling. Yeah, if only we had, I don't know, a priest who could offer some spiritual comforts, or just general comfort. Actually, it doesn't have to be spiritual. That's right. Akane, are you okay? Does this look like someone who's okay? Does this sound like someone who's okay? I'm sorry. Akane, it's all good now. This is why I don't talk. That's all rest for today. Yo, 2 for 2. She's moving the trial. She's calling it like, yo, let's just sleep. 2 for 2. Ikako, you are an underappreciated character. You know that? I don't feel good for a class trial. It's already late. You're dawn. 6 a.m. Go sleep. Let's do as Kurokawa suggests. Honestly, I can't afford to think right now. We'll listen to Tsurugi tomorrow and today we need to go to sleep. Okay, I feel the more we do this, the more harder it is we have to work. Everyone have a good night. Sleep well. Being in such situations itself, but the current situation was more than the first trial. Tsurugi, who should lead everyone, seems to be getting twisted more and more, and all our friends start to lose our lives one by one. What can I do in times like these? Play around with everyone and relax while learning about them? Follow my own dreams? Right now, I think it's impossible for anything to happen. I have no more power to think anymore. Sleep for today. Return to my room. When I left the courtroom, I returned to my dormitory. I greeted some of my friends and tried to chat a little, but everyone seemed to have no energy. That's no wonder. I only passed 3 or 4 hours before returning to my room, but within these 3 or 4 hours, we lost very precious things. Feels like it's been years, and then the stiff dorm bed that couldn't be comfortable is now feeling better than anything else. Tired. Desperate situation in which we taste the despair of death of our friends and do not know whether we'll be able to stand up. Stand up again. What kind of despair awaits us for tomorrow? Now, I don't even think that there's hope anywhere. Now I have only passed the second class trial, but this is not the end of despair. Surrounding us was approaching, evolving us deeper and deeper. Hello? 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 Hey, hello! I don't know if you're feeling comfortable. Don't you feel uncomfortable? Oh, it would be very weird if you're tied up in public like this, but if you're comfortable, no way. If it's comfortable, you're a true maso. But you're not, right? Oh well, I came to bring the meal today. Your appearance is still there, so take good care of your health. Until then. Ooh. By the way, who could have thought you would be led like this? I'm really sorry for being like this and having to lock you up. In fact, it would have been nice if I let everyone stay with you too. Your body is one that cannot age, is it? Huh? What? Still a hottie hop. I like it. It will be alright when your turn comes. What does that mean? Your body's one that cannot age? What? By that time, how many people will survive? Haha! Huh? What? Ah, I get you. I get you. It's because that woman you love is still alive. There's nothing to worry about. I'll go there then, because if I'm not watching, I don't know what those guys will try to pull, so see you next time! What? What? The natural balance between dreams and bonds. Ah, I like that. Right. 11 left. Yes. And just like that. I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. It was it's a pretty good trial. It was pretty long as hell for a reason. But it was pretty good. I will see you guys next time. Maybe Wednesday. I think the current stream schedule is gonna be Wednesday, Saturday, and if it spills over to Sunday, so be it. But yeah, Wednesday and Saturday might be my 2 Danganronpa days. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.